Good morning, brothers and sisters. This morning I'm going to read just a few short places. I'm going to read Matthew 5, verses 11 and 12. Well, I'm going to read verses 10 through 12. And then I'm going to read over in Luke, chapter 6, verse 26. It says, this is going to be about blessings and woes. And you'll see how these two match up quite well. This says, "Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." It says, "Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." It says, "Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." Verse 10 says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." All right, this is about being blessed by being reviled. So when people revile you and are angry at you and don't like you for Jesus' sake, then that's when you're blessed. It doesn't mean that you're happy. It means that you're blessed by God to be being reviled for Jesus' sake. Let's go over here to Luke and look at Luke chapter 6 and verse 26. It says, "Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets." You see, in Matthew chapter 5, it told you, blessed are you whenever men revile you, because they did the same thing to the real prophets. And then it says, "Woe to you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets." They did. That's what they wanted. Go read some of the Old Testament and look it up. They went back there and they said, "Prophesy to us not right things. Speak to us lies. Make us feel good. Tell us things that make us feel good." It says, "Woe to you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers of the false prophets. But blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." You know, since I'm here, I keep seeing this below here in Matthew 5, verse 13. I just want to say one thing on this before I go. This is continuing. Like they act like there's a divider here when it says salt and light. There's no divider between verse 12 and verse 13. The 13 was added in just so we could find different places in the Bible. There was not actually a divider there. So when you're reading this, it goes from immediately from "for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." Then it says, "Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men." It's not telling you that you are not literally going to be salty, that you're not going to be any good anymore. It's telling you that the men of the earth are not going to like this salt. They're going to think it's lost its flavor. The lost has lost his savor. You see, that word means to make foolish, to turn to foolishness. If they don't taste it, if they think you're silly and stupid, see that? Silly, stupid, figuratively acting stupid or silly. You see, the wisdom of God is foolishness with men. So whenever men hear us talk, we sound dumb to them. We sound foolish because we're not out seeking the world like they are. So they don't want any part of us. So they think we're good for nothing. They cast us out to be trodden under their feet. But I just say, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for Jesus Christ's sake, for his authority's sake, for his Onoma's sake, for his name. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. I love you all, brothers and sisters. You have a blessed, wonderful day. Stay strong in the Lord. Jesus loves you.